Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another Empties video. Doesn't feel like it's been that long since my last Empties, but we have filled up the bin, so it's about time that we go over all the products that I've used up in full, whether I like them or not. Typically in these videos, it's all my favorite things because otherwise I would just pass it on to a friend. So I personally love these videos because I get to share with you the best of the best, the products that I always use up. So thank you so much for clicking on this video, for spending some time with me today. And if you've not already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos. And let's dive into all these empties. The first thing I used up is my Kosas powder. I wasn't using this for a while, and then I was going through products in my collection to try and use it up. I fell in love with this Kosas powder. I've actually been reaching for it more than my Charlotte Tilbury, believe it or not, which was my go-to pressed. So I used up the shade Comfy, and I ended up getting the shade Breezy. This time I've already repurchased it, but I'm gonna get Comfy come the Sephora sale, which I think is April 4th it starts. I'll have the details down below, but that's coming up. So I'll definitely be doing a recommendations video, but I decided to get a lighter shade because I haven't been self-tanning. This is my tan shade in Comfy. It is a medium, and then I'm using Breezy right now, but I love how smoothing this is on my skin and just lightweight, non-drying. So that's why I've been loving this powder. I just feel like it's been working a lot better, especially for my winter skin. It just is what I've been reaching for lately. Just comparing this to Charlotte Tilbury, I feel like I like my Kosas more. That was a big change up for me. I don't actually have a Charlotte Tilbury powder in this video, but I probably will my next Empties because I still use it, but I do prefer my Kosas as of lately. I've also got back into my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This is the best for my skin when I want full coverage. I love the finish of it. I would wear this just on its own. Honestly, if they had this formula in a bigger pot, I use it in the concealer, but if they had it in a bigger pot, I think that would be so awesome for just all over skin because it just has the most beautiful finish. And when I pair this with my skin tints just to bump up the coverage, I love how it transforms my skin. And I can use this underneath my eyes. I know some people don't, but I can use it underneath my eyes no problem. And this is the best if you have any spots on your skin that you need coverage for, because it is so thin, but very full coverage. Completely used up. I already have another one on the go, but this was an old favorite that I rediscovered, and now I cannot use anything but this for any kind of discoloration, spots, blemishes, whatever I have. This is what I'm always reaching for problem areas. This is the only other eyelash glue that I use next to my Velour, which I always talk about. It's the Mosquito Companion Eyelash Glue. Often this is out of stock though, and Velour is easier for me to get because it's on Sephora, so I did use this up. It started to get a little bit gummy, this one. I've never had that issue in the past, so I'm just gonna repurchase my Velour from now on just because this one was kind of a bad experience, but this was one of the ones that I was going between for lash glues because it doesn't irritate my eyes, which 99% of lash glues do. So this one was a good one if you have sensitive eyes, but I would buy the Velour over it. Then one of my favorite brow gels is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I've gone through countless ones of these, so I don't need to really talk about it too much because the formula is so thin, it sets everything in place, and I think it has the best brush because you can comb out your brows but also lay them just due to the shape of it. So I think all in all, this is one of the best, if not the best, brow gel on the market. Always repurchase. I already have another. Brow pencils, I only used up 2 this time actually, which surprising because I always use a brow pencil when I do my brows. These are both from CoverGirl. They're my affordable option. They are the Clean Fresh Brow in medium brown. I always have this on hand as well, and I'm currently using this. This has been my go-to brow pencil for quite some time. I don't like how fast I run through these, but I always get them on sale and their drugstore price point. Their regular price is pretty affordable. I do typically find a sale on these and then I stock up, so I still have I think 2 more that I'm going through just because I found them on sale for such a good price. 2 eyeliners because I was in an eyeliner phase for a good period of time there. I have the Rem Beauty eyeliner, which I really like, but my favorite is the Rare Beauty because it has the best brush tip. It is so dark, so matte, and you can just get such a perfect flick with it. I do still like how black and matte the Rem Beauty one is, but it doesn't have the brush tip, it's a felt tip, so kind of depends on your preference. I can still use a felt tip, but I do prefer a brush tip, so I would use the Rare Beauty over it. I went through my setting sprays. I ran out of 2, and then I kind of cleared out some in my collection that have just been sitting there a while, but I remember loving, and it's just time that they leave the collection. But 2 that I recently ran out of are my go-to combo right here. We have the Delba First Spray Serum, which adds hydration back to my skin and glow. I use this every time before I set with a long wearing setting spray. So this is my go-to for the finish of my skin. It gives me the best finish and melts everything the best. Not sure how many of these I've gone through at this point, but since I found this combo, it's been my go-to. It's the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 3-Second Setting Mist. Try them both together. You will not be disappointed. This locks everything down. I love a continuous mist, and it just extends the wear of your makeup and makes it bulletproof. So together, if you want some glow plus long wearing, match made in heaven. But I do need to pick up another one of these. I have a bunch of setting sprays for wear that I'm currently going through, but for hydration and glow, this is number 1, hands down. 2 concealers that were done in my collection that I just decided to pull out. I didn't realize how low I was on them until I reached for them and couldn't use them. So these have been done for a while. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Liquid Concealer, which I wouldn't recommend just because the packaging is so brutal. Like, I can't even open the top of this because it's one of those puff tops that the product comes out of, and then the cap just sticks to it. So garbage packaging, but beautiful formula. So I just would not repurchase that. Then we have the Urban Decay Stay Naked Correcting Concealer, which I loved with that foundation, but they discontinued it, I believe. So I no longer use the concealer either, unfortunately. All my favorite things get discontinued. It's so annoying. Bunch of eyelashes. I get these packs from Shein. I know on Amazon, sellers sell these for between $12 and $14. Do not get these half lash packs from Amazon when you can get them from Shein for $2, $3 at most. That's where I get my affordable half lashes. And then I had these Sephora collection Luxe false lashes, which were very delicate. I wouldn't recommend them. I liked them at the time, but they're just much too delicate. And then the Velour plant fiber lashes, which I really enjoyed because they were so natural and wispy, but they also wore really long. So you could get 20 plus uses out of these, which was really nice. Plus, they're just nice and natural looking and didn't feel heavy or irritate my eyes or anything. I've been mostly wearing a half lash. I have some of those bonded lashes that just kind of stick on right now. And an eyelash right there. I don't know where that came from, but we have an eyelash on there. For skincare, I have this product from Florasis, which was a cleansing oil, and Steph, Babs Beauty, actually got me on this. She mentioned it in a video saying it was good, and I had it in PR. Ended up trying it, went through the whole thing, and on my second bottle of this right now. So this is the cleansing oil I keep in my shower. I do a double cleanse when I'm in my shower as well. I like that this one is super thin, but really effective at the first cleanse and removing all your makeup. So really love this from Florasis. I recently used an eyeshadow palette from them in my most recent Try New Makeup, but they do have skincare too, which obviously I've used this up and really like. I'm on my second bottle of it. I have these from the Inkey List. They're the hydrocolloid invisible patches, and these are just for if you have any spots on your skin. I have other ones that are cheaper that have more in a pack that I personally use. I forget the name of them, but these were good. I'm just going to purchase the cheaper ones with more in them than these, but they're the exact same thing. And then from CosRx, I love this cream. I'm already getting another one. This is the Advanced Snail 92 All-in-One Cream. This cream was made popular in the jar, but they do have it in a squeezy tube, which I much prefer for application than dipping my fingers in a jar. If it can come in a squeezy tube, I'm gonna purchase that over it. This was very hydrating, but nourishing for my sensitive skin. I didn't find it too much for my skin, and it paired really nicely with their Snail Mucin Essence, which I also use. So I just love the whole line of this, and I would recommend if you have similar skin type to me, which is normal, dry, sensitive. This is a really great cream. I use this at nighttime. Also at nighttime for my lip treatment, I'd use the Too Faced Hangover RX Pillow Balm. I've used this for years as well. This has a slight plumping to it, which normally I wouldn't really put on at bedtime, but the formula is so nourishing and stays on your lips the whole night. So when I wake up, I still have product on my lips, and my lips are actually plumper having used this. So it's really nice as a night treatment because it makes my lips better in the morning. Some products I use for a night treatment, I don't notice too much difference when I wake up in the morning. This is still on my lips and has made my lips look better. So I've gone through countless one of these. They have ones that are colored, which I keep in my purse. This one is actually in my whole setup right here. It's one of my favorite colors that they recently came out with new ones. This is Pink Pineapple Kiss, which is so pretty. It's kind of a corally pink, which I think is just so flattering, but I typically just use the clear one for at night, and then the colored ones I save for daytime, but this is so good if you're looking for a nighttime lip treatment. I've gone through a couple of these now at this point. This is the Glow Recipe Blueberry Bounce Gentle Cleanser, which is really nice if you like a foaming cleanser, because I went through a period of time where I liked more creamy cleansers. I prefer a foaming now for whatever reason. I feel like my cleansing oil kind of has that hydration, moisturizing property, but I like a foaming over a cream cleanser to just really get off that oil. So if you double cleanse like I do feel a foaming cleanser after a cleansing oil or balm is my best friend. So that's why I really like these, and I have a couple foaming ones on the go that I wouldn't repurchase this one right away, even though this is, I think, my second or third bottle that I've gone through of this. Smells really good, really effective if you like a foaming cleanser. But again, I have others on the go that I'm using, so I'm not running out to buy this right now. But I do like it. I've used multiple of them, so I would repurchase again. I'm not sure if my skin is sensitive to niacinamide now, but I did use up my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I've been avoiding things with too much niacinamide as of lately just because I feel like my skin can overdo it for whatever reason. It's become kind of sensitive to it, but this is nice if you want a glow. They do have bronzing drop options for this as well if you want something with more bronzing. This started with the glowy skin trend, and if you like a niacinamide, this has worked in the past, but I'm avoiding it at the moment. And then for primer, I was using the Tatcha the Dewy Skin Cream, which I like the gel cream actually more. I didn't think I did, but after using the skin cream and the gel cream, I love a gel cream for underneath my makeup. This is very, very hydrating, so in the winter, I feel like using this has worked, but if I were to purchase a full size, I would go gel cream. And also the liquid silk canvas from Tatcha, I actually used as an actual primer, even though this is just a moisturizer for hydration. This is good for pores. So I've used up a whole one of the potted Tatcha, but I much prefer the liquid silk canvas. I just feel like it has a smoother consistency on my skin and just sits better for underneath makeup, even though the potted one was really good too. I just prefer the liquid. So I just had a sample of that, but I would purchase that for sure. We have the Caudalie Vino Perfect Brightening Eye Cream, which I personally didn't notice any difference, but this was only a very small sample, so can't really give an opinion on this because there wasn't enough for me to really see a difference. I wouldn't repurchase this just because with this much, I didn't really notice anything, and there's other eye creams that I really love. Some random stuff we have here. I used up my Olaplex eyelash serum, which I need another one. When I was using this consistently, my lashes looked incredible. And I've noticed since stopping, which happens when you stop your eyelash serum, that my lashes have gone back to normal. So I need a new eyelash serum. I did like this one, but I like to switch it up just to try other things. This is the Lash Bond, in case you're curious. I got this from Cosmoprof because my cousin who does hair got me a discount on Olaplex. So I picked it up then, but I really did like it. And then for my press-on nails, this is one of the glues I have on hand. It's from Kiss. It's their brush-on nail glue, but since discovering the Beauty Secrets one, I'm not going back to Kiss. Even though it is cement for my nails and these do not come off, even when I'm soaking, it's kind of hard to get them off when it's time for them to go. I don't mind doing that if they are going to stay on like they do, because I'm not delicate with my hands. I need my nails to stay put. The Beauty Secrets is unlike any other glue I've tried. It's so thin. These stay on like you got your nails done at the salon with that glue. So I'll link the Beauty Secrets glue down below, but I do love the Kiss glue if you don't want your nails to be that long wearing, because I know that could be an issue for some people. For me, I've kind of switched to my Beauty Secrets exclusively, but I do still love the Kiss. It's still good, just not as long wearing as the Beauty Secrets. We have the Workable Hairspray from Kristen S. I really like this because it was a heat protectant as well in it. It's lightweight, it shapes your hair. It smells good. I love all the Kristen S smells to them, but I still like my KMS hairstay more, so I was just using this up because I went through a stage where I was trying out all the Kristen S products. So this is done and I'm sticking to my KMS. Oh, another hair product that I recently went out of because I'm doing this for a 6-week treatment. It's the Kerastase Anti-Breakage Fortifying Serum. You have to do 4 droppers full up to this black line every night for 6 weeks. So I definitely had to go and get another bottle, which I already have on the go, but for hair fall, this truly works. I've noticed in the shower that my hair is not falling out as much. Not that it was extreme, but I did want to really start to take care of my hair ever since bleaching it. This has been working out really nicely. It is an investment because this is pricey and you do have to use 4 droppers full for each night. So it goes fast. The people who this doesn't go down fast with aren't using the required droppers for the 6-week treatment. They could be on maintenance though. Just know you're probably gonna need at least 2 bottles of this for the 6 week. This was good for at least 3 weeks. So you should only need 2 bottles for the full 6 weeks treatment, which I feel should just be in 1 bottle, the whole treatment, than you having to actually go out and buy another bottle, but it's working. So I'm not going to complain too much, but still, it's pricey, so you need 2 of those. Then this I actually picked up at Dollarama. It's the Vaseline Cocoa Glow Moisturizer, and I was using this prior to my self-tanning. I hated the smell of this, and I know I could have just gave it away because it was really affordable from the dollar store, but I used it up. But I just did not care for the smell of that. My TheraBreath, I use this as mouthwash. It is the best. I get the mild mint because I don't like anything too intense. It's clinically shown to fight bad breath for 12 hours and I love that there's no alcohol in it and it's mild. So if you have an issue with mouthwashes being too burny, spicy, whatever the case may be, TheraBreath, so good. They have a bunch of different ones, but I love the mild mint. Then people wanted me to save candles for these videos, so I have 2, 4, 5 candles here to share. The first candle I went through this winter is Vanilla Nera from Letta. Her candles come in this really nice glass, so you could actually repurpose these, which you told me in my last video to put the candles in the freezer and then the wax should just pop out after. So I need to do that, especially with this glass because it is so nice. And then I also used up the Coffee and Whiskey from Bath & Body Works. My husband really liked this scent, so that's why I got a couple of these candles for him. So we were using that this winter. I talked about this in a favorites video. It's the Woodwick Fraser Fir, which I'm 100% getting every Christmas. I love the crackling of these candles. And this was the perfect soft pine scent. It was so perfect for the holiday season. So I'm gonna forever purchase the Fraser Fir candles for that season. And this was another really nice option from Sand and Fog, which I'll get to. I love their candles. This is Winter Pine, which I also really enjoyed, and obviously I love the candle holder for this. So this is one of those ones that I saved to repurpose as well. 1 year for a DIY for our family Christmas, I learned how to make candles. So I thought this would be fun to save for the candles I know how to make and put it in this holder. So I'm going to definitely save that one. But this one was a sweeter pine, which I really loved. However, it went so fast, which I did not care for. I feel like in 2 sessions, I used this whole thing up, whereas with the Woodwick, this lasted way, way longer. The burn time was just exceptional on that. And I thought this would burn longer than it did. This was a huge candle from Sand and Fog that I got from Costco, and Ocean Mist, which is my favorite scent of all time from Sand and Fog. Sand and Fog, for whatever reason, they burn so fast for me. Still worth it for the price that I paid for this, and it burnt all the way down. This was 100% worth it. If Costco ever gets these again, I will be picking up like 4 of them because it's my favorite scent. But again, Sand and Fog does burn a little faster. So worth it. I think that was under $30 Canadian for that huge candle. So that is everything for this Empties video. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope this video helped you out decide what's good out there, what you can pass on. I don't think there's a couple things that I didn't really care for, but mostly some really great products that I used up in the past, I don't know how many months it's been. It doesn't feel like that long since my last Empties. We'll call this my winter Empties. We're getting ready for spring. I've been doing so much deep cleaning that I wanted to get this out. I've just been cleaning the whole house at this point. So these products needed to be recycled and dealt with, and then we can start filling up for our next empty. What have you used up recently that you want to recommend to people in the comments section below? I would love to hear what you want to share. If this is my first video of yours or you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you in my next one.